Ecstatic wellwisher is overcome with emotion as she breaks down crying and wails, "Oh my God, I love you." On Meghan and Harry's Brixton royal visit, Prince Harry and his fiancée Meghan Markle put on a touching display of affection today while undertaking their second engagement as a couple. The royal pair went to the studios of Represent 107.3 FM in Brixton, a 24-hour underground music station and the only one in the UK presented by people under 25, arriving to tumultuous cheers from the adoring crowd. Helen Wiltshire, 69, from Crawley, West Sussex, was overcome with emotion and broke down in tears as she thanked the pair for their visit, telling Meghan she loved her. She clasped hands with Miss Markle and Prince Harry when they left Brixton and said she has a special connection with the royal family which dates back to the early 20th century. Ms. Wiltshire told Mail Online, "It just means so much. In 1900, my grandfather signed the 1900 Uganda Agreement with Queen Victoria. Because of the royal connection we've always felt close to them." She wept as she held their hands and told Meghan, "Thank you. Thank you for all you've done." Speaking afterwards, she said, "I just love Prince Harry. For him to have found someone who he really loves, it is amazing. You can feel their love. I wish them all the best." Ms. Wiltshire ran a shop for 25 years from across Brixton and added, "I just want to say it was a dream to meet them. I wish them all the best and thank you so much for coming to Brixton." Harry told the station's founder Shane Carey, 46, the work he was doing was amazing, while Meghan made everyone laugh when she told them, "I must tune in." And down to earth Meghan beamed as she waved to the crowds while wearing a £600 coat by Smythe, Burberry trousers and a £45 sweater by high street giant Marks and Spencer. Rather fittingly, the pair listened to the track Flirt by the artist Poet and Meghan praised teenage presenter Gloria by 17, telling her, "I can see why your show is so popular. You're so thoughtful and your approach is so engaging." With just 122 days to their wedding, this is the first engagement of the year for the happy couple. Afterwards they greeted well-wishers who had waited for hours in the freezing cold and even stopped to pose for selfies. Foster carer Charlie Watson, 55, waited out in the cold for hours to catch a glimpse of the couple and said she was excited to welcome them to Brixton. She said, "It's good to see Meghan in Brixton, a black community. It's the first time we've had a royal visit here. Hopefully she will want to help areas like this. I hope she liked it. I think she would like it even better at night. She could try out the nightlife." American students Jennifer Martinez, 20, and Millicent Sassu, 19, from Baltimore, U.S., were also in the crowd. Jennifer said, "She's black, she's white, she's an actress, she's American. She brings a bit of everything and has so many different qualities and brings such a lot to the table." Millicent added, "I feel like she's the new face of America, which is great for our country." John Lowry, 62, set up camp opposite Brixton at 6 a.m. this morning, but despite arriving in good time, the Patriot said he never believed today would be the day he would finally get to meet Prince Harry and Miss Markle. The royalist from Streatham, South London, told Mail Online he had attended dozens of royal visits over the years but had only managed to catch Prince Harry's eye once before. This all changed this afternoon, however, in part thanks to Mr. Lowry's Great British get-up. Dressed in a Union Jack hat, hoodie and trousers to match, he caught the eye of the pair as they left the community radio station, holding roses with a picture of the happy couple and a heartfelt engagement card. He said Prince Harry and Meghan asked his name and asked the type of flowers he had bought. He told Mail Online, "I said to Meghan, I've got your favorite flowers." Meghan said thank you and Harry came over and shook hands twice with me. "He was so excited he forgot to take the flowers off me." The prince came back for the flowers and the card before he was ushered away into his escorted vehicle alongside his fiancée. Meghan squealed and said she was so excited about her forthcoming wedding to Prince Harry. The visit to the urban radio station saw the couple don headphones in the studio and chat to dozens of young DJs, with Harry even carrying off a complicated fist bump with one. The prince also demonstrated that his wife wears the trousers in their relationship during a discussion about gender equality. Station manager Adrian Newman told him that they had a question for him, to which Harry pointed at Meghan and swiftly replied, "She answers the questions." "Yes, talking of gender equality." Meghan quickly snapped back, with a smile on her face. Meghan and Harry smiled broadly as people cheered and shouted, and in response to Harry's gesticulating to the crowds and comment, "This is so loud, you have to," Meghan turned and blew a kiss, which had everyone screaming even louder. The couple were accompanied by Harry's assistant private secretary, Heather Wong, who also helped Meghan on their first public engagement in Nottingham. Inside the station, the couple had a private meeting with the station's founder, Mr. Carey, who talked to them about the station's success. It has nurtured talent including grime star Stormzy, and how its training program for young talent has helped more than 4,000 young people so far, with another 3,000 on the waiting list. Inside the studio, DJ Glory was broadcasting, along with her friend Rami, who said she was gassed excited to meet the couple. Appropriately, but completely by chance, Gloria was playing Flirt as Loved Up Harry and Meghan came in and chatted to her. Meghan confidently introduced herself, "Hi, I'm Meghan, nice to meet you too," followed by Harry, and added, "I hear your show is very popular. I can see why you are so popular, you are so thoughtful in your approach." DJ Glory told her that she first came into the station when she was 16 on work experience and explained how much she had learned about not just radio but the music industry and media in general. "Represent is not just a place you go to work, but it's a family. Anything you need, they are here for you. They nurture you until you are ready and ripe," Glory said. "You'll go on to beat one," said Meghan. "And then there are 3,000 people on the waiting list and it opens up a space for someone else to have the same experience." "It's amazing, it's so cool," said Meghan, who had clearly studied her brief. The couple then donned a pair of headphones each to listen to Glory talk through the next segment, but did not go on the air themselves. "How did you hear about Represent?" asked Harry afterwards. "You are so professional. Anyone else would have got distracted." "It's been so good to meet you," said Meghan. "Good luck and take care, goodbye." Next door, the couple meet with some of other young people, volunteers, DJs and those on the training program to hear about their experiences. That was where they met with DJ Shells, 24, from Woolwich, who is also studying to be a doctor and juggles his medical degree with his work at the station. He has also become something of a champion of women's rights at the station and said afterwards that he was stunned that Meghan introduced herself and said she had heard about his passion for gender equality. He said, "They were so cool, so down to earth. I couldn't believe it when she spoke to me and said she had heard about my work on gender equality. It was beautiful. If I am honest with you, I am a firm believer in normal behavior when it comes to women, not special, just normal, which means respecting people." It stunned me that she mentioned it. I was almost embarrassed as it doesn't seem anything special to me. Just normal. It was then that station manager Adrian said they had a question for Harry. Adrian asked how many times Harry had emailed President Obama to persuade him to be interviewed for his guest edit of Radio 4's Today program. "There wasn't too many email exchanges, really," Harry explained. "We both share a very similar outlook and the main purpose of that was let everybody know that young people in the world matter so much. Some of the world's biggest problems that everyone is facing, whether it be in our community or on a global scale. If you get good minds together to be able to have that conversation and shine a light on the young people of today and what they are doing, then eventually the pendulum will swing and all of a sudden everyone under the age of 30 and all their ideas and creativity and connectivity will explode in a really good way." Chatting about the issue to gender equality with DJ Shells, Meghan said, "You have to remind yourself that self-love is important. Your attitude is incredible. Good for you." Harry added, "As males we have to do our part or it's not going to work." Downstairs the couple chatted with some larger group of DJs and volunteers. Jeremiah Asia, 20, said, "They were very down to earth and didn't want to say much, they just wanted to listen to our stories. How we all came to the station by different routes but have come together as a family." They had a lot of words of encouragement. DJ Rami Dermy, 24, had only been at the station since August but had already bagged her own show. She said, "They just wanted to know why we were here and what we have got out of the experience." They had a lot of words of encouragement. Rami also couldn't resist getting Harry to have a go at her trademark fist pump, involving a series of complicated handed gestures, which she had practiced with her brother the night before in the hope that he would be game enough to do it. "I just thought it was now or never," He's a cool guy, a sweet guy. And he did it. Raimi showed the prince home to do it once and then Harry carried it off perfectly. That's just for us, just between us, he said, laughing. As the couple left the studio after their 45-minute visit, they shook hands with a large crowd of well-wishers inside including Grace White, 10, and her sister, Olive, 7, from nearby Balham, southwest London. Grace was carrying a bouquet of flowers and said Harry asked if they were for Meghan. "Well, you had better hang on and give them to her yourself," he said kindly. When Meghan came along she asked where the girls were from and Grace asked her if she was excited about the wedding. She said, "Of course I am," and kind of squealed a little bit. Their mother Helen added, she just couldn't hide her excitement when Grace asked her. She was glowing. Meanwhile, plucky DJ Giovanni Letford handed his business card to the love-struck prince as he toured Represent Radio Studio in Brixton on Wednesday afternoon. The local musician told the prince he would DJ at his reception. Speaking afterwards, Mr. Letford, 28, told Mail Online, Prince Harry took the card and said okay and put it in his pocket. He said, "Prince Harry, if you're reading, getting me to DJ at your wedding will be the second best decision you've ever made in your life, after asking Meghan to marry you." Shane Carey, 46, founder and chief executive officer of Represent, who hosted the couple, said, "Since the visit was announced there's been massive excitement in the station, much more than I could have expected." He added, "We're having the spotlight shown on us from all the world's media pretty much. We've never had this attention. The whole point of this is that the young people learn how to be creative and then shine with it, and they're really getting a chance now." Inside Represents Studios, the couple, who got engaged in November and will wed in May, met presenter Gloria Bai, 17, host of radio show Glory Talks, who was on air, and her producer, Finn Whitehead, 27. Alongside the music, she chats with her listeners about her favorite tracks, tweets and life generally. The couple timed their entrance perfectly as the presenter had just started a track, which meant they could talk without the listeners hearing them. The 17-year-old DJ admitted she was the youngest in the station when she was quizzed by Ms. Markle. The teenager talked about how she had been given the opportunity to host her own show after doing work experience at the station when aged 16. At one point Harry made Meghan laugh by gesturing towards a CD mixer as if he was about to start scratching a track. As their few minutes with the presenter ended, Meghan praised the presenter, adding, "I can see why your show is so popular. You're so thoughtful and your approach is so engaging." Meghan then made everyone laugh when she added, "I must tune in." Miss Bai said there had been a lot of shock around the visit, adding, "For two people who are making headlines in the news to come to a place where there's usually just a little column in the newspaper about us, I think a lot of people thought those two worlds would never collide." Founded in 2003 by former teacher Shane Carey, Represent 107.3 FM grew out of a South London community radio project in response to a sudden increase in knife crime in Peckham, South London. In 2011 it won its FM license and is now known as a hotbed of UK music talent, nurturing stars including the grime maestro Stormzy, who started off as a guest but whose natural persona led to him being offered his own monthly show. Several of its presenters have also gone on to work on stations such as Radio 1 Extra. In the last few months alone, Represent has also collaborated with Damon Albarn's Gorillaz, while stars including Noel Gallagher have dropped in to do interviews. Represent has become such an urban success story that it now runs its own training and mentoring program, teaching participants everything from booking guests to presenting and production. More than 4,000 have been through the station's training program already, which offers accredited training and support in everything from audio and radio production to communication skills, confidence building and volunteering, with another 3,000 on the waiting list. According to Shane Carey, CEO and founder, it was Harry and Meghan who approached him 3 days before Christmas asking if they could come and see the station for themselves. Apparently they had learned about its work with the Queen's Young Leaders, which Harry has been particularly involved in, who in turn introduced him to William, Kate and Harry's Royal Foundation, the umbrella group for their own charitable interests.